We all know that the community content in Disney Infinity is a mixed bag. Some toy boxes are inspired works of art, begging for players to find them, while others, not so much. This show is about jumping in the deep end, playing 4 random toy boxes in hopes of finding a diamond in the rough. But rest assured, I'm not afraid to touch on why some creations may not have lived up to their potential. At the end of each episode, I'll rank the toy boxes and let you know which ones I recommend. I'm Javi Rodriguez from GameOverNation.com, and this is the best of 4. First up is Mickey's Farmhouse of Mouse. Mickey and friends are celebrating their new farmhouse when Oogie Boogie shows up. Run through Oogie's house and save your friends. The toy box starts in front of a barn, surrounded by townspeople. The environment is pretty small, and it uses the default grass texture. I feel like they could spruce this up a little bit. A few extra decorations, maybe a different texture on the ground, new skybox. I feel like that kind of stuff helps a toy box feel a lot more unique. Once you've entered the farm, Oogie Boogie lets you know that he's kidnapped some of your friends, and he challenges you to enter the portal and save them. Let's check it out. Boogie's mansion is kind of empty, except for this lamp. What's up with that? The gist of this toy box is that you have this maze of a mansion, and you need to find Oswald to help you escape. Some of the people that you find along the way give you clues on how to find him, while others, not so much. Hey, not cool! If you hadn't noticed, this interior is huge. I really think you need a character that can get around quickly because, I mean, look at this. It's a bit much. A chalk outline? What? Wait a minute, are these those outlines that Goofy was talking about? I'll just drop down here real quick and, oh, there he is! After a quick load screen, you find yourself back at the beginning of the game. Like, literally. It's completely started over. Alright, next. Our second toy box of the evening is Sleeping Beauty. Travel the path that Prince Charming forged during his quest to awaken Princess Aurora. Starting in complete darkness, the toy box retells the story of Sleeping Beauty with on-screen text and really well put together cutscenes using townspeople and special effects. I gotta say, I'm impressed. This is an ambitious opening, and it mostly works, although it could use a little music. After that's over, you spawn in front of Aurora's castle with a sword in hand, and you're tasked with finding 5 spinning wheels. I really like this kind of collect-a-thon, hide-and-seek game design. It just works really well with Disney Infinity's gameplay. After fighting off a few henchmen and searching the town for 5 spinning wheels to destroy, great job with that flame effect, by the way, you're transported to this dark, starry place with a single kill switch floating in the air. What's the deal? Is there a trigger area? Oh! And this toy box just kind of turned into an experience generator all of a sudden? Well, I didn't expect that. Alright, I guess that does it for Sleeping Beauty. Whoa, never mind. I didn't do anything and it just started loading another level. Alright, what else you got? You spawn into a big grassy field, and Merlin asks you to find the princess for him, as well as collect a bunch of mushrooms. For some reason his back is to us, but I'm willing to guess that's a bug. I start looking for mushrooms, eyeballing each patch of growth, and it becomes clear that no one should be doing this on foot. The area is just way too big. Do yourself a favor and spawn in a horse or something. Anyways, once you've gathered the final mushroom, you get some more on-screen text and a cutscene that shows Princess Aurora running away from something. And it tells you to follow her across the bridge. I think I ended up coming from the wrong side of the bridge, as Aurora is already here and I can't do anything. Once you do cross the bridge, it triggers a cutscene where Maleficent tells you to go back where you came from. She teleports you back to the beginning of the room and Merlin asks you to collect the mushrooms again. What? Seriously? Ah, man. Alright game, let's see where this goes. I run around the level all over again, collecting these mushrooms, and when the final one's acquired, same cutscene. I should have seen this coming. Alright, we're done here. Next! Our third toy box is Combat Castle. Hunt and defeat enemies. It's a great way to level up your characters. It seems that this toy box is just a castle-themed arena to fight enemies in. To what end? Well, judging by the description, it's for a more stimulating way to gain experience. Upon spawning in the center, I headed for higher ground to get a better idea of what I'm dealing with. There's a bunch of wells at ground level, and to my surprise, once you jump down, there's a whole other layer to explore down here. I love that stuff. Outside of the walls, you'll find ATSTs to drive around, and hey, have you noticed that there's a serious lack of enemies in this combat castle? Oh, speak of the devil, suddenly my radar is covered in red dots. That's more like it. Doing battle with a variety of enemies while maneuvering across different terrain is pretty basic level design, but it's oddly satisfying here. It reminded me of building little block forts and playing with my action figures, pretending they're fighting. Imagine that. Our final toy box today is called Obstacle Course Fun. Come and race your friends through this challenging obstacle course. Well, I don't have any friends to play with right now, but I do love myself a good obstacle course. Let's go check it out. Wow, it looks like a lot of diversity in this toy box. The first course begins with a series of climbable walls that appropriately use a military skin, just like boot camp. After a couple of those, it's got you weaving through lasers and sliding down rails. After reaching the end of the first challenge, I've got to say that it felt like a solid 3D platformer. I could totally see how a 2-player race could get competitive. Alright, on to the second one. Once you've climbed these vines, you're faced with a straight path that includes some swinging hammers and a treadmill. Get through those and you'll find yourself a set of climbable walls. Let's see here. Climb up here, jump to this guy, and let's see here. Alright, what's going on up there? Wait. The timing on the ledges is off, which means that there's actually no way to complete this obstacle course. Man, that's too bad. I was really enjoying this. Alright, what's the next obstacle course? Well, actually, that's a great question. While it does look like there's more to this toy box, we've actually done everything there is to do. Seriously, all this extra stuff, it's all set dressing. There's only 2 obstacle courses here, and one of them is broken. Which is too bad, because it started out really strong. Alright, that's all of our toy boxes today. It's time to rank them. Combat Castle fights its way into 4th place. As I said earlier, Combat Castle gave me a great feeling of being a kid again, acting out these epic battles between my little action figures inside of a playset. And while that's still true, and the idea of a toy box that allows you to level grind by defeating enemies in a totally rad castle fort is a cool idea, unfortunately Combat Castle drops the ball when it eventually stops spawning enemies. Seriously, I searched every nook and cranny and had to call it quits. You had one job, Combat Castle. I'm just kidding around. Obstacle Course Fun finds itself in 3rd place. Look, I love me some 3D platforming, and after completing the first obstacle course, I was pretty convinced that this toy box was the dead ringer for 1st place. But after finding myself completely unable to finish the 2nd course without cheating, this toy box started to fall off the rails real quick. Then you factor in the lack of a 3rd or 4th obstacle course, in spite of these dramatic landmarks that make it seem like there's something there. Plus whatever that's supposed to be. I've got to give it 3rd place, no matter how much I enjoyed what is there. In 2nd place comes Mickey's Farmhouse of Mouse. Okay, so before sitting down and thinking this through, I never thought Mickey's Farmhouse of Mouse would make it to 2nd place. The environments are really basic, there's little to no decorations, except for that lamp, of course. That's a great lamp. The story takes way too long to get to the point, and stepping in and out of this spot causes it to start all over again on top of itself. Not to mention the fact that once you've completed the challenge, your reward is to unceremoniously start over again from the beginning. But with all of that being said, I think that there's a skeleton of a really interesting toy box here. The idea of finding your way through a maze of a mansion with only strange NPCs to guide you along the way, offering cryptic clues about what to look for or danger that's ahead, I think that that's a strong enough idea to pull this toy box ahead of the others. I also think that if this creator worked a little bit on fleshing out the set dressing and adding more NPCs and interesting dialogue, we could have something really special in Mickey's Farmhouse of Mouse. Like I said, it's a great start. Alright, you've probably figured it out by now, but 1st place goes to Sleeping Beauty. Talk about a toy box that starts out strong. The opening cutscene was really well done, and then it kicks off with a well-designed mission to destroy 5 spinning wheels. Sure, it took a weird detour with that spark generator, but still, that's kind of a creative way to reward the player for completing the previous challenge. And then you are brought to the final area, I think. I mean, maybe it bugged out. And this is where things start to unravel a bit, with the whole mission repeating glitch. But hey, all the toy boxes seem to have some sort of bug this time around, so what are you gonna do? And after playing through each one, it seems clear that Sleeping Beauty was by far the most polished, well put together, and ambitious of the bunch. So congratulations, Sleeping Beauty! Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the Best of 4. If you liked it, you can like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you really like the sound of my voice, make sure to click this annotation to go to Game Over Nation's YouTube channel. You can see me analyze different Disney Infinity figures, and we do a lot of other gaming content as well. Thanks a lot for your support, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.